showcased.
Welcome everybody to another live edition of the Showcase Pod. I am Don Vega, joined by the boss Chris Blackheart, live in studio today. No video, no call, none of this shit. We're live, live in color.
I almost think we have to apologize for last week, because some people don't understand how technology works. Is I could hear everything coming in.
Well, I kept asking, that's why I kept asking.
And when you're on that video feed, you can't necessarily hear everything.
Yeah.
So where should we start?
I don't know. We got a lot of things to cover, and I know a lot of people came for the gossip, so we're not gonna bust the load right away. Let's talk about some more stuff that's irrelevant, apparently, right?
I like talking about irrelevant, so I like to apologize for all the fuck ups this week. All right, we are a terrible product. We do screw up immensely. We have the poster that came out very, very late on our part for November 2nd with a huge price increase to Woonsocket of $15 as a promotion. As the owner, as the booker of Showcase Pro Wrestling, we have to apologize that we made an error in advertisement. When Woonsocket is only $10 if you walk through the door.
So $10 for the next edition of Showcase Saturday night.
Showcase. So if you do see it on our social media at all, SP Wrestling, we know people are sharing it left and right when it came out today, and we missed it. We screwed up big time. We overcharged people by like 40%.
Is this a Christmas gift, an early Christmas gift?
No. This is called.
This is new prices from.
I heard lately these are called October surprises that we totally screwed up. The on Jay Hollywood, he made an error. He overcharged people. Which some people do ask, why do we charge a lower for Woonsocket than we do for some of the other places? It's cost and overhead. It's cost and overhead. We try to pack Woonsocket. Yeah. We lower the cost of it because we don't have to pay for the building and all the other stuff associated with it. So that's why we have a lower price tag in Woonsocket. We'd be happy to charge you more.
Yeah, if you wanna donate to the Chris Blackheart Fund.
Well, it's technically the Showcase Pro Wrestling Fund, and we recently got updated new chairs. We do thank people regarding that. We have awesome gym equipment there, that we got from.
So
what else do we screw up with?
At the Planet?
What else do we screw up with this week?
Well,
the website. If you go to the website right now, showcaseperson.com, there are huge screw-ups, right? And I like to take full blame on that.
What's going on?
Because if you look at the dates for December, right?
Yeah.
I put, because again, I updated, I put December 1st, right? Because what happened when I was going through the research for upcoming dates, I forgot that Woonsocket Stroll is Saturday the 7th.
Yeah.
So that's normally where we would have ran. But we are going to be running Woonsocket on the 30th of November.
Yes,
because of that, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I totally screwed up on that. I apologize. It was an inferior product move.
So now that you're getting into all these dates, let's just get quickly on the dates before we blow the time here on irrelevant stuff, because it is the Showcase Pod, and we do talk about Showcase Pro Wrestling and other dates that we got coming up.
That are irrelevant.
Yeah. November 2nd in Woonsocket, like I said, Showcase Pro Wrestling returns for the new and improved Showcase Saturday night main event.
I'll be honest, you say that with tongue in cheek, but every show we're there, the crowd is electric.
Yes.
The wrestlers who are performing, they feel the crowd, Woonsocket is
Well, you're getting to see a lot of
It
new
is.
talent,
It's
a lot of
the place
homegrown
to be.
talent that's coming out of the training center, and that happens Saturday night, 7:07 p.m. bell time. Tickets available at showcaseprowrestling.com for that event. Then it takes us to November 15. We've been talking about it the last few weeks.
Well,
Thanksgiving Thunder, the first time ever in Taunton at the
can
BFW.
we say that that's a tribute to Uncle Jim Cornette, Uncle Corny?
Yeah, we can
Because
do that.
that is definitely something that Corny ran,
Yes.
right? So that is I would say the main event,
The
but
tribute to Uncle Jimmy. Thanksgiving
Uncle
Thunder.
Cornette, we could have a
Yes.
tribute to Uncle Cornette. Now,
Yes.
I don't think he'll ever drive up to New England again.
Well, that's what he
But-
said a couple years back at the Hall of Fame.
But with that being said,
You know.
on that night, one of them feature matches, we have Johnny Rotten and Joel Davis coming out of retirement.
Comedian Johnny
Well, and
Rotten
there's
teaming up with another guy that's been a comedian now for a few years. Our friend, the real deal,
Yeah.
Joel Davis, has come out of retirement. They've been training. He's been visiting the facility to get some training. So we'll find out what's gonna happen when they take on
versus
the inconsistent bums, AZ and his lackey.
Why couldn't you just let me sign in the consistent ones? AZ, Matt Michelson.
The lackey.
Inconsistent bumps.
Yep. You gave him that name? Is that something?
I
that
like
you
it.
put-
I like it. It reminds me, again, as I said the last couple weeks, it reminds me of the fabulous ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and don't get me started. I have a lot of good stuff to tell about those young
So
gentlemen.
then after that, November 30th, we're back in Woonsocket for another edition
It is.
of Showcase Saturday Night. Moving on to December, like you said, we'll be at the Taunton BFW Hall on
Oh, that's a
Friday
big
night,
one.
December 6th for Seasons Beatings. What number of Seasons Beatings is this? It's the 5th annual Seasons Beatings.
No
It's
way.
been 5 years, yeah. Since
See,
COVID.
I don't have
now.
fond memories of that.
Yes.
I don't have fond
It's
memories.
irrelevant. That's why you don't remember.
But what I do believe, we're going to have a limited edition Chris Blackheart t-shirt.
Is that the one that you
Yes.
tied up? Okay, all right.
Yes,
Yeah.
on that day.
Especially for the holidays,
Yes.
December 6th in
Yes,
Taunton
yes.
at the BFW Hall, Friday night, 7:47 p.m. on that. And I believe you got news on that event. There will be a tournament
Yes.
on December 6th.
Yep.
If you want to go ahead and
Yeah,
tell the
we are
people
doing a tag
the
team
relevant
tournament.
news.
We actually started reaching out to some tag teams in the area.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be announcing those in the weeks to come. As you know, you are a seed in that tournament. I recently met with Alex. He's doing pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, I know you have some conversation with him, so all the fans out there, Alex is getting better. He does, if I'm not mistaken, came down, he has a groin pull.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is,
Takes a while to heal.
Yeah,
Especially
and-
wrestling and working
and-
out and all that.
I'll be honest with you, I felt bad when he came down to the training center to give me, the second half of the tag.
Usually you're upbeat.
No, I felt good
Usually
when it because I'm a firm believer. No matter if you like me or hate me, when I was wrestling as a guy in a wrestler, you want to lose it in the ring, not outside. I don't like injuries. I don't like other stuff. You win or lose in the ring. So I felt bad by literally receiving it, but Alex does know that. You guys do have an opportunity in the tournament. You're seeded in the tournament. I'm not going to say you're number one. I'm not doing number one. We're not doing the Crockett Cup, right? But we are doing people that, and you guys got
We'll
the
find
first
out
invitation.
who's gonna be also invited.
Oh,
to
you
this
want me to
tournament.
tell? So you want to be a smart ass right now? I'm going to tell you right now, right? The consistent ones
Oh God.
have been entered
See,
into
I
it.
knew he
The
was being too
consistent
nice.
ones. So yes, AZ and Matthew, you are invited to that tournament. You have to accept it,
Well.
and you have to post a promo of that. Danny, don't give me that look. You don't even have a tag team partner. I have not heard from you, a tag team partner,
Me
in
either.
over like 6 weeks.
Well, we'll
What
find
about Joe
out.
Davis and Johnny Rotten, are they in it?
No.
Well, technically, I mean, they would qualify after the 50th as a tag team.
If they beat the inconsistent bums. What
Yeah,
happens
but
if they beat the inconsistent?
Well, and this is the thing that's going to be coming up. There's going to be new tag teams forming in the next 30 days.
Well,
Literally showcasing their talent so they can get that invitation.
we'll find out who's going to be coming down, who's going to be invited, and all that good stuff on December 6th for Seasons Beatings. If you take us to the end of December on the 27th, right after the holidays, right after you get stuffed with, turkey and some ham and all that good stuff, and Santa Claus hopefully gets you some presents this year.
Blackheart Claus?
Yep. Royal Crown Wrestling Crown Tournament, live from Medford, Massachusetts, December the 27th. And on that event, we will have WWE legend, the Native American Tatanka, will come back to Massachusetts. It's been a long time. He will be in action that night at Royal Crown Tournament in Medford. Get your tickets, RoyalCrownWrestling.com for that event. Also, the debut of Natalia Markova in women's action. She will make her RCW debut, so go check that out. Royal Crown Wrestling and all social media for that event, December the 27th. There you go.
That was a mouthful.
Some people like mouthfuls.
All right, so you want to do the easy stuff or you want to go in the hard stuff?
What is the easy stuff?
Easy stuff. Bring up Crown Royal. Crown Royal will be coming November 2nd.
Yeah.
1 p.m. Eastern time.
Crown Jewel, Chris Black.
What did I say?
Crown Royal. You always it's something with Royal Crown.
It is, and
it's something with all this stuff. But he is talking about the WWE.
And I don't
Crown
drink,
Jewel.
I don't drink that stuff.
I don't know.
You know?
Some people do.
I don't. But all right, so
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel, November 2nd, 1 p.m.
Eastern time. That's a Saturday, right before our event.
So that's a great part. You can get
geared up, get your wrestling
get your wrestling on
going
between 1 and probably 4 o'clock. Have some late dinner, then go to Woonsocket.
And we're gonna do some of those picks right now, so that
Danny,
you're ready for some
write
of
it
the
down
picks.
because I've been on a roll.
He's got me. The last couple premium events, they're calling them premium.
You know why?
They're not pay-per-view
I
anymore.
feel like Abdul the Butcher beating Carlos Colon in Puerto Rico. Man.
Wow.
It's like every time it's
You,
booked.
you know what happens after that?
I just beat your ass.
I have to come back. The comeback is huge.
Well, not if I'm in Japan.
So, one of the feature match of that event features champion versus champion matchup as Cody Rhodes will take on Gunther, and it's for the Crown Jewel title.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
First ever Crown Jewel championship.
I do like champion versus champion. I just don't like. That was what now. Before we go over this whole card, I want to see the payouts that the Saudis are paying. Yeah. I want to know because that was huge money.
Well, they're getting a title now, so it has to be.
I want to know the numbers. Which ironically, about 22 minutes down the line, we're gonna have a lot of numbers for people.
Well, yeah,
not just for people to call in.
Yeah. Okay. So on that matchup, I'm gonna go with Gunther, the world's heavyweight champion, Gunther, because I think someone is gonna play a key factor in this matchup.
Ooh, so you don't think Goldberg?
It could be.
All right. So now you got me. Now you got me thinking. See, I was gonna go with Gunther, right? But now I think. Do you think Goldberg will fly over there?
Don't ask for help. We're competing here.
No, but do you think Goldberg will fly over there?
Well, he flew. If I'm not mistaken, he did flew over there. And
but he had a match. Yeah. This time, do you think?
If you want to call it a match. So why wouldn't he again fly down there if he's getting big money?
Just to sit in the crowd?
If he's getting big money, I'll sit in the crowd. I'll sit in the parking lot.
I would
Doesn't
too.
matter.
Yeah, that's
your pick, Chris Blackheart.
See, I wanted Gunther, but then I thought about the Goldberg.
Yeah, he's got Cody.
All right, give me Cody.
He's got Cody. I mean,
yeah.
Moving on to another championship match, another one of the feature matches on that card, Saturday, November 2nd. It's a women's championship match.
Fantastic.
As Nia Jax and Liv Morgan will battle it again for the women's Crown Royal Championship. Champion versus champion once again.
All right. That's a tough one.
Who do you have? Who's your pick?
See, I don't think Liv is going to get pinned. I think she's going to either lose by count or disqualification.
So you got Nia.
No. Yes.
I'm letting Blackheart pick first
is a
because
tough
he
one.
usually steals my picks.
No, but Dom. All right. Give me Liv. Give me Liv.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, give me Liv on this one. I mean, you can choose
Yep,
it too.
I'm going with Liv Morgan as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got Liv.
I still hate Nia Jax's gear.
There's another women's matchup that's gonna take place that night, and I
Right.
believe it's Raquel Gonzalez taking on Rhea Ripley
Okay.
or whatever, Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Lopez, Federico. They get the point. Same girl, different name.
Yeah.
She's had like 20 fucking different name changes since she's
all
been
right.
there.
So you going with her?
I'm going with Rhea.
Yes.
Who's that?
Rhea Ripley. I see it.
Rhea Ripley against Raquel.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she's just a pond in this. Yeah.
So you're going with who?
Give me Rhea on that one.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Do you know what we should do next time? We should write them down. We should flip it, and then put it up so people can see it.
okay.
All right.
We'll do that
We'll
next time.
do that next time.
So moving on to another big matchup that's going to take place is the matchup with the returning Seth freaking Rollins taking on the big man.
All right. So
I
whoever
was getting there.
Whoever you
He
pick.
gets offended
Why?
because I didn't mention his name right away. Big Bronson Reed.
Why you were there?
Yeah.
All right. So whoever you pick, I'll choose the opposite.
You go first.
See, you kill me. Give me Bronson.
I'm going with the returning Seth freaking Rollins on that one.
Yeah, see, I don't think Bronson, he's just a beast.
I mean, he's got full
He's literally on a roll.
full head of steam
Yeah, he's
going
on
on
a
right
roll.
now. You might get me on that one, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it even,
right.
and I'm gonna go with Rollins.
Wasn't he from Braun Strowman just recently?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean.
but he also injured.
Well, this way,
Rollins.
he went toe to toe with the monster, and then you have Seth, who's like a third of. Yeah.
I mean,
Squish him.
anything could happen, and that's gonna happen November 2nd, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock, Crown Jewel, and hopefully I could bounce back and get my winning ways back.
Well, I
on this.
mean, you're not doing really good, to be honest
Well,
with you.
it's all right. It's okay. You know, it happens to the best of us. So, speaking of numbers, speaking of dates, speaking of all good stuff, any relevant stuff, I mean, I think it's time to give them a little bit of.
We should address.
So, I wasn't here last week.
Address the giant in the room.
I wasn't here last week. I was on video call. And, you know, usually when you patch a call in, whoever's on video can't hear what was going on. But we had a phone call. First, we had a comment.
Well, in all fairness, I think people should be commending us for the fact that we literally put an open phone line live on the air for anyone that I had no idea who it was. Danny had no idea who it was. We thought it was a troll.
So, what was the name of the page that was commenting before we opened the phone line? Before you said, hey, call in. If you want to call in, we'll patch you through. What was the name that was commenting? Do you have that?
Oh, I forgot the name.
Yeah, because it's only on that chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, whatever. You know, it was what was led to believe to be a fake page.
Well,
And we do get onlookers and people that, you know, just want to troll around their again, we thank you for your views and we thank you for tuning in every week, whether you're subscribed, whether you're hating or you're not. You're still giving us the watch time, so, you know, thank you for that. We appreciate it. But yeah, then it went on. Like, typically, I would have never went back and listened to it. As a matter of fact, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to bits and pieces, and I had people texting me and asking me about it. And I listened to a little bit of the part that I got into trashing the podcast and trashing all the stuff. You know, but Dave, Big Dave that I known for 20 years, big business, Pharaoh, Grimes, whatever he wants to go by, had a page and was commenting and then called in and said that we sit here and we talk about irrelevant shit and we suck each other's dicks and we do all this. First of all, I don't suck dick. I don't like dick. I'm strictly pussy, my friend. You should know this by now. Second of all, you call in telling us you got this recipe to doing the best booking, to doing the best fucking podcast, to doing all this and that and the other. My question to you is, if you have the recipe, won't you get started? Won't you do what we do every fucking week? We sit here, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, consistency, no pun intended, AZ, consistency is the key. See, to the person that's not putting in the work, it doesn't look like much. But when you're committed every week to sitting here and putting on a show, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. So for you to call in and point out an opinion, which is fine, everybody's entitled to their opinion. We would gladly take anybody's opinion. You could call, give 20,000 opinions. Do we have to take those opinions into consideration? No, we don't. Opinions are like asses. Everybody's got one. We choose, we pick what opinions we're going to take on this show. If you felt like he mentioned something about the booking.
Well, I mean, to me, the problem I had with the whole situation, when I realized it was Dave, some people don't realize the relationship that we have with Dave or had with Dave. Well, the idea is Dave literally popped in one day at the training center probably about 3 years ago. At that time, I hadn't seen him in years, and I don't know how long you've seen him. So Dave was coming down to the training center at that time, maybe every week, every other week, and he was an older guy that was giving back, helping with some of the younger talent, which I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't really know Dave. I knew of Dave. I knew you had a different relationship going through on Powerhouse.
Yeah.
And then even recently, we talked about Dave doing various stuff. We had BBW management. We had the Pharaoh was coming back. We were booking some stuff, and then Dave was gone again. So for Dave just to come on randomly, on the air, which again is live, it's not. We don't mute it.
Yeah.
Into air grievances. I was more put back by the fact that where we are. We've had conversations. We're open to all conversations, and the fact that you threw a blanket statement. And the thing that I was really surprised with, people that I know who are affiliated with organizations, between the people that work on the graphics, video, the production part of it, the guys who train at that, they're like, well, what do you mean that, this isn't good? And they were offended. And then a lot of them, they did say, who is this guy? Because he hasn't been around, especially at the training center. He hasn't been around for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Basically, when Kenny started coming on Wednesdays, Dave just wasn't showing up.
Wow.
So some of the young kids are like, who is this guy? Why is he saying that, we're not good or we're not putting the work? We're here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Yeah.
And now they're like, and I understand. It's like, well, you don't know him. Well, let me try to explain who Dave is. So here I'm trying to rectify someone who, again, came on the air out of nowhere, poo-pooing and everything that we do and anybody who's associated with us.
Well,
which I thought was just kind of shitty. And here on, I'm trying to be.
Well, you're trying to be nice, guy.
I'm trying to go back and forth.
I could give two. Let me stop you there because you're trying to be a nice guy. I could give two shits about opinions. I could give two shits what Dave has to say or whoever. The fact of the matter is, you come on the air, you got all these great ideas, Dave. How come you're not doing any of these great ideas? How come you're not working anywhere? How come you're irrelevant? You want to speak about irrelevant? Stand in the mirror and look at yourself. Because when I stand here on this fucking show and I say that I've been in this business 28 fucking years, I've been in this business 28 years consistently. Again, AZ, no pun intended. Consistently, without taking time off, without going 5 years and taking a hiatus. Every week wrestling to this day. I step in the ring against guys half my age. Some of the best talent out there. And I prove myself. And I improve myself. Because if I want to teach people, I have to change with the times in order to be able to teach people to irrelevant things that were in the past. A lot of the stuff has changed over the years. And the foundation is still the same. but you grow and you learn new things that you apply moving forward. So if you're gonna come here and talk about your fantasy fucking booking in Canada and Newfoundland or whatever the fuck, we could compare bookings. And you said, oh, guys haven't been. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been all over the United States and Canada. I've gotten paid good money to do this shit. I've worked some of the biggest stars. If we're gonna put ourselves over, this is our show. I'm gonna put my fucking self over right now. I've worked some of the biggest fucking stars there are that you will never work because some of them are dead. You can only go back and watch footage. And I never come on here and talk about that same shit every day. Do you ever see me talking about all the list of fucking names that I've worked here? Never. And it's not coming out of my mouth. I got that on videotape. People know it. Federations, promotions, whatever you want to call them, they know it because I've been there and it's a fact. Fact of the matter is, you have an opinion. Don't hide behind a fake fucking name. You say, oh, I love Richie. I love Chris. In my opinion, you love shit because you have to hide to let your voice be known and for you to voice your opinions. If you had an opinion, we saw you in Taunton. You should have said something to us. Don't go high and you're talking about internet tough guys. I speak this shit as Richie, Don Vega, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I'm not hiding. I don't have fake pages on the internet. If I got to tell you to go fuck yourself, I'm going to look you in that camera and say, Dave, go fuck yourself. I don't have to hide. People know where to find me. I've never hidden anywhere. I'm not hard to find. I've been doing this shit since the internet was around. So you want to talk about internet tough guys? There was no internet when I started doing this shit. I don't need the internet. I don't need none of this shit. But the fact of the matter is you're not going to come and crap on our product on a personal note because you're butthurt that you didn't have your way. If you want to come and help the kids, help the kids. You're not helping the kids by putting yourself over. You're helping the kids by teaching them the right way. And teaching the right way means that you stay active and relevant, something that you haven't done in years, my friend. When I teach people, it's shit that I go out every weekend in different places that I get booked, and I apply to myself before I could teach other people and have them apply to themselves. With that being said, you got anything to add, Chris Blackheart?
No, you're actually doing a fine job.
So, I just hate when people have to hide and then give me, oh, I love you. Bro, I've been doing this shit for a lifetime. There's people that haven't been living as long as I've been doing this shit. So when you tell me you love me and you have to go behind my back and use some fucking bullshit page to bring your feelings out, that's not love. That's some bitch ass shit. That's that.
See, I would expect that from the people that we know don't like us, who talk in their own little circle. They hide in New Bedford, Far River area. That I don't expect anything less from. Dave, I expected more from.
Well, it's usually those people that are in your inner circle that really will fucking stick you in the back with the fucking sword. You know what I mean? And being in this business for as long as we've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
And the fact that somebody thinks that they could beat around the bush, I might laugh at your jokes. We might share this fucking giggle, but I'm old school. I know what goes down for real. Just because I'm laughing at your jokes doesn't mean I believe a goddamn fucking thing that's coming out your mouth. I can see right through that. And when I see people do that type of shit, it just clarifies that I've been right all this time.
Yeah.
When I see somebody, if I got a problem with you, Chris, we've always talked about it. Yeah. We called each other. We talked about it. There was times that I left Showcase and did my own thing. You did your own thing. But I always came back and we always had a conversation face to face. I ain't have to go pull a fucking bullshit page and say, oh, Chris, this, oh, Showcase that. No, never have. And like I said, I never will because I've been doing this shit. I've been in this fucking game since before there was any of this bullshit that we see right now. I'm old school. I'm the Black Book, Road Atlas, business cards, MapQuest. That's how I started this shit. So don't tell me about internet tough guys, because back then, if I had a problem with you, I'll step up to you and be like, fuck you. We got a problem. You can beat my ass. but I'm certainly not going to go down without a fucking fight. It's that simple.
Oh, yeah, his name was Quid Pro Quo. That was his
What is it?
his fake account, Quid Pro Quo.
Yeah. Just put there Dave, Big Business, Grimes, Pharaoh, whatever the fuck. It's your page. Why you got to put a bullshit name? That means that now I got to question how many other fucking fake pages you have so that you could go in our shit and you could talk shit. And we open the doors to you. We done that in the past to other people. Mm-hmm. He's done that in the past to other people. People that I thought were friends. People that I told him before they come in here, they sneak in here and steal your students and talk shit. I'm not going to drop names right now, but he knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's happened before. So again, when you try to be friend and I'm laughing at your jokes, don't think that I'm believing one goddamn fucking thing that is coming out your mouth, because I know what's going on more than you do. And I almost forgot, he did mention, guys think they know everything because you watch TV. Well, Dave, I don't watch TV. I've been on motherfucking TV. Not just wrestling TV, TV in general. So when I voice my opinion on something, again, it's because I had applied it to myself and it's relevant in the 2000s and 20s. I like posting memories on this shit. But every week I create new ones. I don't need to go back to those old ones. So let me just leave that there on your court.
Can we get the stats too here?
Yep, let's go to the stats. Let's go to the facts, because I've been talking too much. And I know that people want to see facts. Let's go to the analytics of our YouTube channel.
The last 28 days.
So the last 28 days is up on the screen. Put it up on the screen, Danny. So in the last 28 days in the Showcase channel, we've had 3,674 views in the last 28 days. There you see the graph of the views from September all the way to October 23rd on the ups, because you mentioned we got eight viewers live. Yeah, we might have 8 viewers live, but after the fact, we're averaging 300 people that watch our shit consistently.
50,000 views.
So, if you want to talk about numbers, we gladly talk about numbers. And then there you see, you pulling up the 365 days, the year. How many views in this past year, Daniel?
Well, just from previous.
Previous, 50,000. 50,472. So
that's in 12 months.
So you want to get into specifics? We'll get into specifics. So the watch time on these 8 people that only watch our shit, we have 2,567 watch hours of the irrelevant content that we're producing every week. These are all numbers from analytics. This ain't fucking shit that we making up. This is all the shit that we do on a regular basis. We don't have to go back and talk about shit we did 20 years ago.
718 guys returned views in the last 7 days.
We're talking about consistent shit here. Consistency. We're not talking about let me shit on people because I woke up in the wrong side of the bed or I'm butthurt about something and I'm going to call and try to put myself over. There's one thing with giving constructive criticism, and another thing is just being a prick and thinking that you're going to get over. Not going to get over with me, Dave. Not going to happen.
Last 28 days, everybody watches videos, shorts, and live.
So now, okay, you can take that down. Come back to me. So now, like I said, David, the ball is in your court. You speak facts and you talk a big game. I want to see the numbers that you're doing on your YouTube channel. I want to see the numbers that you're doing in your social media. I want to see all those numbers. I want to see all the great stuff that you're doing in professional wrestling 2024 to this day. I want to see that. Who you wrestling? What companies you're wrestling for? Where you booking? What talent are you bringing up? Who are you training? I want to see all that. And we'll put it back on here on the air. We got the phone lines. We got the video. You could come back on here and show us all that. So the ball is in your court. Let's not just talk a big game. Let's show the facts and let's prove this shit like we just did today. To our 8 viewers that might be watching.
And you got 718 returning viewers
Yeah.
7 days.
in 7 days.
Yeah. I don't know. You know. Last time I knew, if I had the winning numbers for the Powerball, Danny, I'd be playing the motherfuckers myself. So when people tell you, oh, I got a get rich fucking scheme that I could give you, but then I see you driving a fucking 79 Pinto, where are your credentials?
Well, I think people forget too, like the YouTube page, this all started, the whole YouTube for us, it was around the pandemic. When your nephew, Jay Hollywood, say, hey, I'm not doing anything, what can I do to make it better?
Yeah.
And then what did we start with? Like legitimately,
137.
137 followers, and now we're,
One was at 1,200.
yeah.
We got some comments on Daniel?
Yep, Ken Watson.
Oh,
You should
Big
get him on the
Ken.
phone. You said get Big Dave on the phone.
I don't know. He says he tunes in because he was so bored he had to go to work. I mean, I posted earlier. I was hoping he would be he'd be watching, but I guess it was a hit and run.
We only have 12 watching.
Yeah. He only calls when there's 8 watching. Ken. So
And Brandon Allard said, speaking from the heart, love that shit, Don Vega.
there's only one way to speak. It's the truth. It's coming from the heart because it is what it is.
And Ken saying that Pat Dillon, I guess, recently sold UFO Wrestling.
Yeah, I actually reached out to Pat to be a guest on. They did a show last weekend where, and that's what Pat was starting going on his 18th year.
Yeah.
So he started 2 years, I believe, after us. So Pat looks like he sold, or I'm not sure the whole deal, but I want to get Pat on to tell a story. I thought it'd be pretty good. So
Find out what's going on there.
I did it, and
Who's the new promoter? Does Ken
Ken
Waxon knows who the new promoter
I
is?
watched a couple of clips. It looks like an old buddy of ours, HD3, is involved.
Oh,
And there was another guy, I saw there was some clips.
speaking about hit and runs, huh?
Yeah, who's that guy who keeps calling us? The tattoo guy.
Oh, Frank Roach said, what's up, guys?
No, not
Hey,
Frank.
what's up,
Who's-
Franklin?
You know the big dude that starts with a B, he works for WWE. He got
Bordeaux,
released.
whatever,
Yes.
yeah.
So he debuted there
Yeah.
and choked out Pat, and then they ripped down the new name
Oh, okay.
of the
Oh, you
promotion.
said Danny Patrice owns it now.
yeah.
UFO.
Yeah, I don't know. So, maybe we reach out to Dan. Why don't we tell the story on that? I reach out to Pat. I mean, some people don't know the story about Pat. So when I went to North Adams College, Pat was there too for the first year.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how I met Pat.
So you was
This
school,
is back in
school,
1991, 1992. That's where I met Pat.
Were you with school buddies, or you just hung out, or you just knew each
No,
other from school?
it was just he was on my floor. Wrestling. I think we had to watch Nitro together, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we were friends, but we weren't. It's weird. Your friends being not friends, but I do remember we went to Boston. It was Pat, myself, and somebody else, and we rode up Route 2. And there's an old legend about a ghost on Route 2, and we almost hit somebody in the road. So we turned around on the exit, came back, and we almost hit the same person again.
What the
It was a
fuck?
ghost.
So you just opened up the door, and now you brought that up.
And when we're driving back up Route 2, right, through Florida, right, on the mountain, we almost fell off the mountain because it was so foggy.
What the fuck? So speaking of ghosts,
Yeah.
I mean we're a week away from Halloween.
That's Thursday, by the way.
Yeah. What's going on with the ghost
I don't
story
know.
episode? I mean, we're
I
gonna
don't
have to do this. Leave a comment give us a subscription. All 8 of you that are out there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I mean, 8 subscribe. That helps, right? 8. Yeah. Another 8 will be good. But yeah, if you want to see the ghost story episode, we're gonna have to go to the studio.
Live?
Yes.
What, next Thursday?
Next Thursday, yes. Halloween night. If you want to see that, leave us a comment here underneath this video when it gets posted.
JD, are you able to go up to Woonsocket?
Nah,
Live?
probably, yeah.
What we do it like via Facebook Live or?
We'll go
but
on
not-
YouTube Live.
Right, but I mean, a ghost out at 9 o'clock or?
Goals are anytime. It could be. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
Danny's got more experience in this
Yeah,
than we
Danny,
do.
is 9
I
o'clock good
mean,
for
shed
ghosts?
some light on this. No pun intended.
Do we have to make a reservation for a ghost or?
No, I mean, it's like random times, and it's like fishing. You cast your rod out there for a while.
That's right.
Nothing happens.
Right, so
and
to be
when it
honest
bites,
with
it
you,
bites,
right, we kid about the ghosts, right?
Yeah.
Now, when I do go to the training center early, I do put the lights on, right?
Yeah.
I do some days catch myself looking to see if anything's looking at me. And I haven't seen anything.
It does play mind games,
But
with
I
you.
do believe, I think the ghost we potentially could have there likes Puerto Ricans. That's what I am
He
thinking.
might like bothering me, huh?
That's what I'm thinking. I am thinking there could be something there.
Well,
Because you know when you see something on the side of your eye, you think you see something, but then somebody you actually do.
then you hear the shit too.
No,
It's a
I
little
didn't
bit
hear
com-
anything,
it's
but
a-
I did make sure the lights were on.
So,
Right.
that being said, speaking of going back about Johnny Rotten, he did say he knew somebody
Yeah,
that was a ghost hunter.
yeah.
So, Johnny, if you're watching the episode, we still got a week.
I still got a week, Johnny. All right. All
We
right.
still got a week. Let's get that going. If not, we're gonna have to
Oh
go.
wait, speaking of Johnny Rodden, I got to give a plug because you know what it is,
Yes. It's
right?
your favorite
Where
little
in the
segment.
world is Joe Davis? So this
This is irrelevant, by the way.
is irrelevant.
Breaking news.
So what it is supposed to be is the roast of Johnny Rodden, November 22nd at I think it's 399 Tongass Ave in Coventry. So I say it's supposed to be the roast. I'm thinking it could be the GoFundMe. It could be the funeral of Johnny Rodden because a week prior, AZ,
Oh God.
Matthew,
The
they're gonna
inconsistent
destroy
bums.
Johnny. So it could be the funeral. He
Yeah.
could be walking up or rolling up.
You know what it is, Chris?
So, but that is the next event for Joel Davis. Just about a month away. Because heavily in training right now, getting ready for the consistent ones.
You know what it is, Chris?
What?
I leave the studio and I'm
Yeah.
on video call.
Yeah.
And then I think you've been having some herbal tea. I think you might be
Okay.
having some of the medicine.
I've been talking to
I mean,
some of the board members, and we are. Listen, this is the problem when we were running the show. Cena has not been there for a while. All right.
yeah.
Right? Poor Saj. People don't. Saj had carpal tunnel surgery.
second, excuse me.
right?
I mean,
Just checking, making
Blackheart
sure.
was taking Visine before the show. That's why
Visine. For what? I don't take Visine.
herbal tea.
I don't take herbal tea. No.
Dilating? I'm just.
No. I don't like when that happens when they do that. So yeah.
I don't know.
So Sprat. I'm not a big fan of vapes. Not big fan
It's
of
medicine.
the herbs. I don't listen.
Some type of herbal medicinal tea that he
Yeah,
takes.
I don't like it. And the fact that someday he goes like this in the ring without the cap on, it goes
People are
all
people
over.
are starting to chant
Well, I understand. Listen,
herbal tea.
I don't understand why they're chanting.
I mean,
he has
there's
a
a-
problem. He has an addiction.
Yeah, one
That's
of
not
them. The
funny.
other one's got an addiction to pro wrestling.
No, yeah, but Damien is Damien, all right? Sprat, they're two different people. Damien is Damien.
One thing I can tell you is
Damien's
whatever it is
very
that's
natural, Sprat is not. Sprat is educational.
well, whatever it is
So
he's
it's-
taking those drinks
Yeah, I don't like it.
recently, it has
like
been
it.
working for him. He's back on a winning
So
pole.
the thing I would never think I would see is that Sprat, people are cheering for him.
He's giving out A's. He's
Yeah.
handing out A pluses.
And that just shows you that we have to put him in a program. like a rehab room.
I like that version of Sprat.
No, you can't just give A's, right?
He was handing out A's at Autumn Fest.
What?
He was going out, you know, people chanting herbal tea. Speaking of Autumn Fest, what a cold one this year. We still pulled it off those 2 days.
We were slightly,
we were slightly cold and wet.
Oh, you were?
At times.
Yeah, that means you had to get there.
I mean, though it was drizzling when I got there, Chris Blackheart.
It's drizzling shit when you got there.
It was drizzling when we got there, but you know, yeah, it was a cold one. Then this past week we get like 70-degree
70
weather.
degrees, yeah. So no, I'm not. All right, what do you have on comments, Danny? What comments do we have?
So a lady named Summer Sanders Jones says she loves Lumen.
Lumi.
Lumi D. Wasn't that a girl that used to sing?
Lumi, all right. No, Lumi, he's
Lumen.
he's different. So we should be seeing the return of Lumi in the weeks to come. The showcase.
Lumi.
Lumi, it is, yeah, it is. That
What?
can't be your favorite.
What? Is he paying you for this summer?
Yeah, Summer, who you married
Is he
to?
related to you?
What's your last name, Lumi?
Hey. Speaking of people that are in a hiatus, which is not a bad thing.
All right, who do we
I
got?
haven't heard that ridiculous sound you like to make, and this, you know, it seems like you've moved on to the inconsistent bumps.
No, okay, all right.
Before
so-
you were excited
so-
about it.
No, we're
You
doing
would
this.
come up here every week and
No,
you would
well-
hear the freaking horses galloping and stuff.
Why, do you want me to do
No,
it?
no. I'm just saying.
All right, so all right, I'll have a better update because I know we had a respiratory issue. I think he's feeling better. He'll be coming out of the barn. The nays will be there. So yeah,
I mean, we usually his mom's tuning in. So.
yeah. So hey, Mom, if you're there, especially with the chat room, it could be number 9.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how your baby colt is doing?
Yeah.
Tell us how Mr. Stallion's doing. He's feeling better.
You're talking about numbers. You got me excited for a
Why,
second.
number 9? Or hey, do we have 9 people in the chat room?
No.
And Bethany Ziegler is asking, is Jay Evans going to be wrestling November 2nd? If so, different everywhere else. I love them.
Jay Evans.
He is scheduled to appear.
Yeah, Jay Evans.
November
Jay
2nd.
Evans is one that he's consistently. That's like the word they on our roster. So Jay Evans should be there, unless if anything else happens. But that's the knowledge he will be there. He is booked in Woonsocket. So my question is, why? That's a female, right?
Yes,
Right.
Bethany.
Why do you like Jay Evans? Because we're trying to figure out why people like Jay Evans.
Oh, she's like saying that he's so different from everybody else.
No, okay, that part I get, right? But why do you like him? Is it fill me in? You know?
Chris Blackheart is going straight to the point, asking.
No, I don't
Asking the tough questions,
No,
huh?
because it's like we watch the crowd, and this is what I see, right? I see the women, a lot of the young kids gravitate
You got more comments,
to
Dan?
Evans, right?
Trying to.
A lot of the gentlemen
Quid pro quo says
don't really care.
Dave's in the chat room. He gives some good makeup tips.
Makeup tips? Like
Oh, we
makeup?
got Dave on the chat?
Yeah.
Or someone went and made a fake page?
Well, they could have, but No, I mean, Jay Evans does wear makeup. He does do pretty well, so.
Yeah. I don't think Jay wears makeup.
I know he does
I
lipstick.
think he does the lipstick as a form of insult
You
towards his opponent.
ever hear the story about the lipstick and his boyfriend?
No.
Ask him. It's the funniest story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why you gotta watch the footage.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the product in order to talk about what's going on. So
We got 16 views.
shit, we got double.
Oh, live?
We got
Oh my
double
God, I'm
live.
excited.
Oh my god.
All right, can you guys all tune off because we can't handle
Yeah,
it?
we gotta have
I can't
eight
handle
only.
it. I can't handle the views right now.
We got any more comments?
Hang on a second. Bethany said, I personally love him because he isn't afraid to be different than everybody else, and I personally feel he's entertaining to watch.
No, Jay is Jay. That's the best I can say. He's not. I hate this word playing, but Jay is Jay.
So I just saw. I finally got on the comments here. I just saw. So
No,
UFO is UWE now. I thought there was a UWE already.
Well, in true wrestling fashion, there is multiple. Like we have UWE out.
Is that the one with
Ronnie?
With Ronnie?
Well, that one they are closing down at the end of October, and they're gonna I don't know when they're gonna reopen, but they're gonna reopen hopefully down the line.
Yeah.
I think is Underground Wrestling Entertainment. I think is what they're going by.
Yeah.
So yeah, Danny, if you want to plug it in, have them if you want to be a guest on the show in the weeks to come. Because again, I know Pat.
Oh, the new, yeah.
If you want the new guy, I mean, I reached out to Pat a couple 2 weeks ago and I haven't heard back from him. So Pat, if you're there, if you're listening, we'll get you on the show. Tell the story. You got a good story, Pat. You got a good run.
Yeah.
Not too many people has ran Boston consistently.
Yeah.
Boston is his own little market.
What he had? How many years?
I think he did 16. I think he did. He was. I remember when I saw the date. He was 2 years behind us.
Yeah, I remember working for Pat. His first shows, I believe, I was on his first shows,
Yep.
and then later on, halfway through as well. It was always a fun time.
Yep.
So he definitely did a great job there with UFO wrestling in Boston. But we're approaching that time, Chris Blackheart. I'm gonna get one last time into the irrelevant plugs.
The relevant plugs. Here we go.
I don't know what we're doing this, but we are. November 2nd, we're back at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena, 126 Main Street in Woonsocket for Showcase Saturday night. All the stars of Showcase Pro Wrestling will be on hand in action, 7:07 p.m. bell time for that event. Then it takes us down to November the 15th, Thunder, Thanksgiving Thunder, from the Taunton BFW Hall, 82 Ingle Street in Taunton, Massachusetts, with a 7:47 p.m. bell time Friday night. Big matchup already signed. The big return out of retirement, the real deal, Joe Davis steps once again into the ring to help out his buddy, comedian Johnny Rotten, as they take on the team of the inconsistent bums, AZ, and his lackey, Matthew. What's his last name again?
Matthew Michelson.
Lackey. Oh, okay.
Not Lackey.
I got it. So
Lackey.
Terrible. All that and more, November 15th in Taunton at the BFW. Then a couple weeks later, we're back again for another edition of Showcase Saturday Night in Woonsocket, November 30th, and all the way in December, Seasons Beatings, the 5th annual, December 6th at the Taunton BFW Hall, Tag Team Tournament to crown the new SPW Tag Team Champions that night. You're going to be seeing some teams that were here in the past, maybe some new ones, maybe some people getting together. All that coming to you in the month of December. Then towards the end of the month, Road Crown Tournament. RCW returns to Medford, Massachusetts on December 27th. Tickets are on sale at RoadCrownWrestling.com for the return to Massachusetts of the Native American Tatanka will be in action on that card. Don't forget Road Crown Wrestling, December 27th. That's a good late Christmas gift. Bring your kids to a wrestling show.
The good part, and the day afterwards, you can do a doubleheader that weekend. You go
Yes.
to
I believe
Royal Crown
we're going to be
on
in
Friday.
action that night on Saturday.
On Saturday, you can go to Woonsocket.
Yes. So all that info is going to be as it gets closer to those dates. We'll be adding matches. We'll be talking about the talent that's coming in and all that good stuff. You got to stay tuned. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. We got a lot of new content that's happening. It's not the secret to being number one, but we're working towards that a little bit. Mm-hmm. We put in a little bit of work in this spot over here. So, we do appreciate you tuning in. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whether it's 8, or whether it's 300 or 1,000, we appreciate your time tuning in every week on Thursdays in the Showcase Pod. Chris Blackheart, you got something else?
Well, I forgot to give a shout out to the Moonshine Alley, one of an old trainee of Slam Tech. Mm-hmm. Jeff Shabo was actually the manager over there. I went there this past Saturday. Great food in Providence.
Got to check that out.
It is nice atmosphere, good food, good people. It had a nice, I was told, a Kentucky vibe.
Chris Blackheart's offering free dinner one of these nights.
Yeah.
So
it was good, and in true wrestling form. So we, of course, I don't make a reservation. We go there around 6 o'clock on a Saturday. It's really busy. They said
Accommodate you.
and he did. He didn't have to.
That's great, man. That's good stuff.
And I said, "Oh, Jeff, it's good to see you."
Yeah.
And obviously it's probably been 15 years. But the food was good. Great hospitality. Good.
What was the name again?
Moonshine Alley is right in Providence. Nice menu. You'll actually like the menu.
Yeah.
Reasonable price. Good atmosphere. So yeah, it's good.
Go check them out if you're hungry for some good food, some good atmosphere, good people. Go support that local business. Grab some food. For this week, this is all we got. I know people were tuning in for my little rant. I hope it was to your liking. I hope it didn't disappoint. But we'll be back here next Thursday, Halloween night. Leave us a comment if you want to see ghost stories next week. Live Showcase Pod. For the info on that, SP Wrestling on all social media, showcaseprowrestling.com. And don't forget, if you want to be a pro wrestler, come visit the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays with Coach Ken Doan, Blackheart, and myself. But for now, for today, for Danny Badandi, for the Boss Chris Blackheart and Don Vega, we'll catch you right back here Halloween night in the Showcase Pod.